Hello friends. It is Thursday evening, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I am Tia Woodward. I am Stamp with Tia. And normally this evening, on Thursday evenings, I normally do a mystery stamping. And I wanted to test the waters of doing a kit night. And it will probably not stay on Thursday nights. It will probably move to another night of the week. But this month, it's on a Thursday night because people already knew to look for me at this time on this day. So that's why I wanted to do that. So let's see. Before I turn the camera down, what can I tell you? We're still in celebration. We have approximately 5 weeks left. We have a new promotion coming up called, I think it's called All Together. The stamp set and the die set and everything are called slightly different things. Super cool promotion. We've got some new blender pens that are going to be in the new catalog, and they're a variety of skin tones. There's 10 pens. I am going to be showing that to you. In one of my last videos, I had mentioned that I was going to have some cards made up for tonight to show you. I do not, but I do have the skin chart set up so that you can see the range of available skin tones that will be in this new 10 pack. And by the way, these blender pens will go on sale to customers. So they're going to be in the new annual catalog that starts in May. But they're doing an early promotion and you can actually start purchasing them on February 1st. So that's exciting. There's a stamp set, a die set, and some designer series paper that kind of promote those new pens. And those are only good February through April, and they will not be going forward after that. So if you like what I'm showing you tonight and what I'm going to have to show you again next week when I actually have some samples made up, then that's your time period for looking for that. Something else I've got going on tonight is I received a box of a bunch of stuff from the January through June mini catalog that I had not previously gotten. So I'm going to pull those out and I'm going to show those to you before I actually start making this paper pumpkin kit. And then I've got the paper pumpkin kit that is Kisses and Hugs, so it's Valentine's. And then I'm going to make 2 alternative cards after I've made, so that this kit makes 10 cards after I've made 8 cards, and they're fast. They're super fast. Then I've got 2 alternative cards I'm going to make. I have pre-cut and even embossed and die cut a couple of pieces to make that go a little bit faster because all of a sudden I had so much to show you tonight, and I actually had thought that I was going to break this up and do a quickie live earlier this afternoon, and our internet went down. Whoop. That was fun, about 2 o'clock this afternoon, and then it came back up, I don't know, a couple hours ago, or not even a couple hours ago. So I had that little panic attack too, that not only could I not show you what I had just received, I was worried I wouldn't be able to pull this off tonight. But here I am, and I'm so glad. And let's see, I had originally put out a word about a month ago that I was going to start doing a kit night, and I asked my customers to think about purchasing kits and joining me on kit night. So this is new for me. I've been doing mystery stamping for, I can't even remember how long I've been doing mystery stamping, but I've been doing mystery stamping for quite a while. And then a few months ago, I started having at 1 p.m. on Monday afternoons, I do a demonstration. So when I start doing a kit night, that will be 3 times per week that I'm going live. So that's what we've got going on. Some of what I'm going to show you from this box not only is from the January through June mini catalog, but it's also from the Celebration flyer. So I'm excited to show you that too. All right, I'm going to take the camera and point it down. This is so exciting. All right. And straighten out my camera a little bit and try to make it not wiggle. All right, here we go. So we have some designer series paper from the Tulip collection. We've got the ribbon. I am going to open these up and show them to you. I've got 2 stamp sets. These are all part of the same collection. And I think there's 2 die sets. I'm finding them. Here's the Windmill Dies and the Tulip Dies. And I'm going to open up the mini catalog and tell you exactly where it's at. Actually, I think it's right towards the front. I don't think I need to go digging in the index. I didn't think. There we go. So it's on pages 14 and 15. The entire collection is called, the entire suite is called Flowering Fields. It comes with this bundle that's the Tulip dies, the dies and the stamps. And then it comes with the Windmill dies and stamps. It comes with this window pane ribbon. It comes with the brushed brass butterflies and this designer series paper. So let me show you all that real quick. So the dies, the Windmill dies. Okay, here we go. Move that garbage can to a better location. There we are. This is so exciting. Look at those Windmill dies. So I'm going to tell you what I'm the most excited about. I love this bicycle. See the basket on the bicycle? I can't wait to figure out how I'm going to play with all of this. There's some fence piecing in here. There's some, or gates. There, excuse me. There is, I'm trying to figure out what this little border is. It looks like it's a little tulip border, and I wonder, okay, they're definitely tulips. I see tulip tops on them. So I'll have to figure out how to play with those. Anyway, super exciting. And then here's the stamp set. The stamp set is a photopolymer stamp set. So that is one of the 2 stamp sets from the Flowering Fields collection. Here are the flowering tulips. Now, I'm super excited about these because these make 3D flowers. Not 3D as in a full head, but as in, like they lift up off the page and they curl. So here are the tulip pieces. I believe these are tulip pieces as well. Look at this beautiful border. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna have so much fun. Yeah, tulips are a big deal to me. I carried tulips when I married my husband. Oh, this is beautiful. You are so thoughtful. Thank you. That's beautiful. No one deserves a happier birthday than you. Oh, these are beautiful sentiments. So again, with the photopolymer. Yeah, and we had, not only did I carry cream-colored tulips, but then we had cream-colored tulips and yellow tulips and daffodils on our table centerpieces, and they were gorgeous. Okay, one of the things I want to tell you about this ribbon is that you can use it just as it is. There we go, I've got it open now. You can use it just as it is, or you can color it. And if you've watched any of my presentations before, you've seen me color ribbon with our blender pens. So I'll set that to one side and open up this designer series paper. And I've heard Oh, and it does. So I've heard that this has like a satin finish on it, and it does. I can feel it. It's beautiful. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Okay, there's side 1. And then side 2. Oh my. This has got a Monet kind of feel to it, doesn't it? Just realized that camera's in really close. I wonder if I need to back you out just a little bit. Here we go. And I'm going to turn my light. So this looks like it's a fresh freesia background with maybe a raspberry flower on it. Oh, and side 2. Wowzers. Then we have some, it looks like pumpkin pie and white tulips. Ooh, that's pretty. Can you see the little trefoil in here? To me, it looks like a trefoil because I work for Adidas. All right, that's my day job. Ooh, some interesting and very dramatic clouds. That color is very dramatic. I love polka dots. And then, is this our last print? Or second to last print? Oh, woohoo, second to last print. Fields or rows of tulips. And again, with that whole Monet feel. Now, I'm seeing on my camera, this is looking a bit brown. It's actually, this corner is more accurate in color than this side is, and I'm not sure why that is. That's why I was adjusting my light here a minute ago. I'm wondering if my overhead light, if one of the bulbs have gone out, that would be affecting. Okay, and then here we've got, it looks like pool party in the background, and then some more clouds. And I can actually tell you quickly. So if you ever want to know what colors you need to match your DSPs back to, the card that comes with your designer series paper has the colors listed right here under the name of the paper. So in the case of this paper, it's Calypso Coral, Evening Evergreen, Fresh Freesia, Highland Heather, Mango Melody, Pear Pizzazz, Petal Pink, Pool Party, Poppy Parade, Pumpkin Pie, Rich Raspberry, Soft Succulent, and So Saffron. So that's quite a palette to work with. Let me set this to one side. Let's see, and somewhere I laid down those butterflies. I thought I did. I swear I did. Oh, here they are. Okay, I muffed this up when I opened up my package earlier, but see the brass butterflies in here? So I had something in my hand, and when I tried opening this up earlier to look at things, the edge of my ruler that I had not put down, this ruler, somehow got stuck right down in there. I just got too excited and I should have put stuff down before I started opening things up. It was silly. It happens. I'm as human as anybody else. Okay, setting this aside. Next is Nuts and Bolts, which is on page, and I've been in love with this stamp set since the first time I opened the catalog. It's on page 13. How cute are those little guys, right? Like, you make my heart go beep. Hello, that's adorable. Happy birthday to you. I'm nuts and bolts about you. Greetings, kind human. I don't know. I've seen all kinds of things online using this already, and it's absolutely adorable. So I'm excited to be using this in the very near future. Let's see. Okay, this is also one of the items that I was super, super excited about. This one's closer to the back. Let me find it. It is, it's called Slim Card Dies. It's on page 52 of the mini catalog. And this is what they show. see if I've got that in view here. So you see this here? We've got this long here with the chevrons, and then we've got these beautiful medallions going sideways here. So I also have the envelopes. So they're like a business envelope. They're that size. And let me show you. So here are the sayings that they concocted to go on these particular sizes of cards. And then here are the dies. There's one, and there's the other. I am envisioning using this for creating the edge of a flap or something like that. Same thing here. This one has a stitch line alongside of it, and I'm an absolute sucker for a stitch line. And quite frankly, I like these a lot. This is kind of a throwback font to my younger years. I like this happy for you. I like the happy birthday. You're one of a kind. That's going to look nice on a long card. So I got that. And several of these I will be offering classes. And so I just need to get that sorted out. It was hard for me to decide what I was going to offer as a class until I actually had things in my hands. So earlier I had gotten the rainbows, which I believe are on page 30, right here, 18. So I had gotten this stamp set and die set earlier. Totally missed ordering the cloud punch. So I finally got my cloud punch, and I'm very happy to have that because I was fussy cutting all my clouds out, and now I don't have to do that. Oh, so that's just making that collection more a collection. And then let's see, I've got oceanfront here. What's nice is in the back here, I can look up the item names. So oceanfront, and their alpha order. So oceanfront is on page 39. And here we go. So here it is. There's no dies with this, with the oceanfront. The dies that you see here are from other collections. They just give this beautiful watercolor look. Very artsy look. So I'm looking forward to playing with this. And then just as you see here, mixing it with dies from other collections. So let me show that to you. This is a photopolymer set. It has 9 dies in it. Now this next one, I want to tell you a little bit about. The Sentimental Swirls, so it's this one here, looking it up. So Sentimental Swirls is on page 56. And friends, if you don't have a catalog and you would like one, will you please let me know? If you don't already have a demonstrator, I would love to get a catalog to you. Because nobody should be without. It's nice to see it online. It's better to see it in a paper catalog. So what is so exciting about this Sentimental Swirls? There is a demonstrator out of the UK that hit her $1 million mark. So she had sold $1 million in product, of Stampin' Up product, and one of the incentives for our sales is when you hit that $1 million mark, you get to design a stamp set. And this is her stamp set. So when you see this gold mark down here, that means that somebody hit their $1 million mark and they got to design this. How exciting is that? I think that's just so sweet. This woman's name, she's known as Poodles, P-O-O-T-L-E-S. And She actually just had this symbol made up in neon, and it's hanging in her craft studio to kind of commemorate her hitting her $1 million mark. I don't know. I find all of that very intriguing and exciting. So anyway, happy birthday. Look at this font. Isn't that pretty? I think it's pretty. Thank you. Hello. For you. I can't wait to play with this. All right. And then the last item that I got out of this catalog that's not Celebration, double checking over here. Oh wait, I guess there's two more small items that are Celebration, or that are not Celebration. Let me get a few of these items off the desk. You should see the pile I've got going on the floor behind me. Okay, Easter Friends. Excuse me. Easter Friends, Easter Friends is on page 27. And look at these beauties. Look at these beauties. How cute are they? Right? And I've seen where somebody has stamped this one where it's standing on one foot and they've stamped another one and it's standing on the other foot, and it's like they're ducks that are playing and dancing. So here it is in the catalog. How cute is this? I cannot wait to play with this. This one just has my heart. And in the catalog, this looks a little sad, but I've seen several different demonstrations with this where this bunny doesn't look sad whatsoever. So, very much looking forward to playing with this. And I don't have much time, right? It's for Easter. Okay, because I got that seaside or oceanside stamp set, I got these. They're faux sea glass shapes, and they're on page 33. And they're actually part of another collection that I haven't gotten yet, and it's the Artfully Composed. But I'm going to show you up close because this package, I don't think it's going to show well. Well, it actually shows better than I thought it would. But see those they're called faux sea glass shapes. And I thought here in the catalog you could actually see them quite well. I thought this would be a nice accessory for that oceanside stamp that I got. And then the last item, and I really want to do this as a class, but I don't think the COVID numbers are going to let me do that, so I think I'm going to have to do this as a demonstration. This is the Butterflies and Flowers Layering Decorative Masks. They are on page 65. And because I haven't played with them yet, I need to show you the picture. All right. So can you see the details that are in here? This is from, and I'm going to open up the masks and show you, but you actually use different portions of the mask to create the different colors. And the same thing with this butterfly. So I've seen some gorgeous, gorgeous things done with this. Let's open these up. Let's see, I'm going to need a color here. There. So these layer inside of here to create another enhanced look. Same thing with this butterfly. This, I can lay this down, apply a color with my blending brush, lay this down over the top of this, line it up, and go over it with another color. And that would give me two different colors within that butterfly. I've also seen where somebody has taken the butterfly and they've used the flowers within, and it's been gorgeous. Here's some smaller flowers, and I believe some of these flowers are used in here. And then these are more like our normal masks that we use. I see me using this one a lot. This one makes like a vine. How pretty is that? Pretty pretty. This is like a tile work kind of, huh? All right. So I'm going to set those aside. And it's very normal for these to be snaggy. Okay, so that's everything out of the catalog. Now let me show you what I got from the celebration flyer. And this will go fast. I'm not going to open them up. We've got Catching Butterflies, which is free with a $50 qualifying purchase. So we've got a little girl, we've got butterflies, we've got 3 sentiments. So there's a total of 7 stamps in here. And here's a sample of what that looks like. I've got the Island Vibes stamp set. There's 3 stamps in here. They look actually quite detailed. I mean, let's look at that pineapple and all the detail in that pineapple. Look at the detail in those. So they're intricate stamps. And this is free with a qualifying purchase of $50. And I think this is, yeah, this is red rubber. Ooh, look at how big that, okay, that's actually bigger than I thought it was. All right. Then we have 2 different papers. We've got the Simply Marvelous. This one I think I have to open because it's got one type of pattern on one side and one type of pattern on the other. I'm not going to pull out all the colors. I'm just going to pull out one sheet so I can show you what that is. So on one side, it's got this very watery appearance, and the other side looks like marble. And this is called Very Marvelous, or Simply Marvelous. This packet of 48 sheets of 6 by 6 in 6 different colors is free with a $50 purchase. Then we have, we're going to go back to, I may have already shown this to you once before because this is actually my second packet, but this is the Sunshine and Rainbows. Again, 48 sheets, 6 by 6, free with a $50 purchase. Some of the pages line up with the dies from the rainbow collection that's in the mini catalog. Okay, 2 more items left. So we've got this pack of designer series paper and a coordinating stamp set. These are called Friendly Hello stamp set and designer series paper, 12 by 12, 12 sheets. This collection is free with a $100 qualifying purchase. Okay, and there's some samples of what those look like. Really pretty. Some nice colors. I like that. They're very fresh. And 1 item left. If you have a workshop or place an order and the sales or the purchase comes to more than $300 for free, you can get this stamp set, Calming Camellia. There's 9 stamps in here. There are 3 images and 6 sentiments. They're really, really pretty. I've seen many different demonstrations with these 2 stamps. Some really interesting techniques with this stamp. So something to think about if you want to have a party / workshop, excuse me, and you want your friends to, you want to accumulate all your friends' purchases, then you can get this stamp set for free with a $300 total purchase. All right, that is everything from the box. Excuse me, little dry throat. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you quickly it is the Here Together collection, or otherwise known as the All Together collection. So here is the stamp set, Here Together, 9 stamps. As you can see, there are 5 sentiments. Is that right? Yep, 5 sentiments and 4 images. I got this stamp set because of this, and I intend to use it for part of my Valentines. Some of my Valentines will be the nuts and bolts, and some of my Valentines will be this. Then, these are the dies. And so there's 2 word dies, there's 1 heart die, and then there's 2 dies that cut out stamped images. These 2 stamped images. And here are the word dies. One says "Here for you," and the other one says "You matter." Nice, right? Then there's more. Here is the Designer Series paper, and there are 12 patterns. No, wait. There's 48 sheets, and I want to say, is there 24 patterns? I'm losing track. So I'm going to just go through them kind of quickly because I want to get onto those kits and show you those kits. So here's that Pinky Promise. I love that. Here's, I can't remember, it's like, what is that called? The Friendship Chain, I think that's called. And then the Raised Hands. And then everything else is a black-white design. And then on the other side is a whole nother set of designs. So these are leaves, I think. You could color them up to look like lips. I like this one real well, the black and white hearts. There's some more leaves, sound waves, or a rainbow, or however you want to interpret that. So that is that. 48 sheets come in that. And then I told you about those blender pens. Here they are. So there are 10 pens. They don't have color names. They are listed 100 through 1,000. And what I've done is I've taken them and I've colored up this chart so that you can see how many options you've got for skin tones or hair tones. And there's actually quite a bit. I'm going to pull that up so you can see. Pretty cool, right? All of this collection, the stamp set, the dies, the paper, and the pens will all be available starting February 1st. I will be posting more information about that, and I will be doing a demo. I just didn't get that far yet. All right, I can move this off to one side, and now we can get on to the kit. Did you think it was ever going to happen? Okay, so there is my host code. And here is the kit that we're going to put together. We're putting together Kisses and Hugs. This is the January 2022 Paper Pumpkin. So Paper Pumpkin is a subscription. You can subscribe to 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. You can stop your subscription at any time. paper pumpkin subscriptions do count towards Celebration. So say you wanted something out of the Celebration flyer, you can order, say, 3-month paper pumpkin subscription, and it will count towards that. Now, we also have a kit collection that is not a subscription. It's you buy what's available online. And we don't have it in the catalog, it's just online, but it's always up to date. So that is a really great way to get started with kits as well. And those also can be used towards Celebration rewards. Now this kit runs, I think it's $22. The other kits in the catalog run anywhere from $12 to $19. So they're definitely worth taking a look at, and I'll show you why. Many of the kits are all-inclusive, and what all-inclusive means is it provides you the stamp set, an ink spot, so not a full-size ink pad, but an ink pad to do the projects, the cards or components to make the cards. If dimensionals are needed, you know, the little puffy dots, then those are included. These are adhesive dots, so you pull off the protective layer on one side and there's a sticky dot there. If there's any embellishments that go on there, so these are adhesive backed sequins. And the envelopes are always included as well. And then if there's any layers, etc., they're in a sheet like this, and then you pop them out. You're going to see me do that in just a minute when I put these kits together. All right, so I'm just going to pull all this out, set this box aside, and then so it comes with an instruction sheet like such. The print is a little bit small for me. I am going to sit down and get close to it. If there's anything that you need to measure out, you'll notice there's a ruler along the side of the paper here. It literally tells you, so this is an ink spot, and it tells you what you're inking, so it shows you what word is on your block and where to stamp it. This literally tells you everything. So I am going to sit down and raise my voice and show you how I prepare to put together a kit. So I'm going to slice open my ink spot and make sure that that's open now, and it's not. I was being a little bit careful there. There we go, now it's open. Close that back up until I need it. Almost all stamps that come in our kits will fit on a D size block, and that is this size of block. So these actually look like they're going to fit on a smaller block. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my smaller block. But in general, it's usually considered a D size block. So I'm going to go ahead and pop apart all of my elements here. So they are mostly already separated. Just have a few little connecting spots on each one. And I'm going to pile mine up. I'm not going to mix them up. I'm going to keep everything separated to keep this as quick and efficient as possible. So the colors that we're using here are, this is Flirty Flamingo, this is Blushing Bride, and I'm trying to remember what color the gray is. I want to say it's Smoky Slate. It's Gray Granite. It's Gray Granite. So just pull all these apart. Now some of the kits have 8 cards. Some of them have, I think there's up to 12. So each one is quite different. They do always come with matching envelopes. There are a few craft kits instead of card kits, and you know, like treat boxes, that kind of thing. This kit actually has a coordinating add-on. I did not purchase it because I made the decision to do a kit demonstration a little bit late. Here we go. So there's 5 of my Flirty Flamingo hearts. Set those to one side. 5 of my Blushing Bride hearts. Set those, well, I'm messing them up, but setting those to one side. My arrows, setting those to one side. Now I've got another set of elements here. So I think those first ones go in one card, and these next go in another card. There's 2 card designs here in the instructions. Pop, pop, pop. Just pull these apart. Quick, quick, quick. And you can guess that you're going to stamp on these. It actually looks like maybe these white ones with this gold. Can you see the gold? It looks like those get used in both cards now that I'm reading the instructions. I'm going to stand up and see if there's any comments. There's my sweetheart is watching. Hi, John. He is my biggest supporter. We support each other in our hobbies and our side hustles. It's quiet on here tonight, so I'm glad to see John. Of course, this video will be available afterwards, so everybody who wants to see this kit can see this kit. All right, last 4. Then there are 5 Vellum Hearts. And 5 of these little tabs, which I munched earlier. So here I'm just going to go ahead and pull those out, and I don't have to feel bad about it anymore. Something just hit the side of the building right outside my window. I think that happened during my last demonstration as well. Always makes me jump a little bit when that happens. All right. I'm going to set these envelopes aside. Set them all the way over here. Okay, I'm going to get out my embellishments that they provided. Here are the glue dots that they provided. I'm not going to use them because I have my handy dandy glue here, but anyone who might be starting off and maybe doesn't have their own adhesives and stuff set up like I do would want these. This would be very important to them. Same with these, the dimensionals. This would be very important to them as well. I have some open packs, so I'm going to set these aside. And then here are the 2 different cards that we're going to make, and you'll notice I have 4 of each here instead of 5 of each, and that's because I've pulled 1 of each to use in alternative projects. But I'm going to show you how these fold. So these fold like this, both cards. Do the same. Let's see, here we go. Look at those foil X's and O's. Sweet. Fun, right? Okay, so we're going to start with, the instructions show us starting with the Blushing Bride colorway first. So I'm going to go ahead and start with that one as well. I'm going to set the Very Vanilla set aside. There is definitely something going on outside of my window, which is not comfortable. I'm not sure if anybody can hear it on camera, hear it through my camera. Okay, now I know it's the garbage man, I can hear them. Okay, I am going to, here we go. So they show stamping, they want to stamp friend inside this gold heart. I'm actually going to stamp something else in there, but I'm going to follow their instructions other than the word. Sorry, I had to turn off that that heater. We have a wall heater in here and it's kind of loud. Not that I'm grumping. I'm not grumping. Okay, so my options are friend, love, for you, sending you love, and more. Their instructions show that I'm going to stamp for you on the inside. So I want to be careful what I'm stamping on the outside here. So on the outside, that's why they stamped friend. See, I was hoping to use these for, well, I'll just follow their instructions. Yep. No, wait. I can definitely, yeah, I can stamp. No, I can't. Okay, I'll stamp friend. I didn't want to mess up the overall aesthetic. So I'm going to stamp 4 of these, and you just need to kiss it a little bit. So you're just going to pat your ink on top of that stamp. And I've got a little spare sheet here that I'm going to stamp on just to make sure that I've got good coverage. Oh yeah, I've got really good coverage. So I'll ink that up again. I don't want to miss-stamp anything or not have proper. There we go. Aw, isn't that so sweet? So I'm going to do 4 of these. You know, I can just send these to one of my grandkids to hand out, the ones that say friend, because I've got those others that I'm going to be making from Nuts and Bolts and the hands that make the heart. These won't go to waste, is what I'm saying. So I'm just centering the word friend and one more. So notice I'm going to do all my stamping and then I'm going to go back and assemble. And that's part of what makes this just so fast. Okay, there's my 4 friends. Then on these little tags, and there's 5 tags and I only need 4. So I'm going to, let's see, rinse off my stamp that says friend. Get all of the ink off of it. Put this back over here on this sheet. You're going to save your stamps after you've used them in these kits. They can continue to be used. Okay, so these instructions are showing that we're stamping the words for you underneath the heart. So I'm going to find my for you. It's pretty unusual to not have any commenters yet by this point, but that's okay. Like I said, I know one person that's usually on here tonight. She's in bed with a migraine, poor thing. All right, so for you, just like that. I started advertising these nights a little bit differently, and I've been very apprehensive about that. So if it turns out that if I find out that people didn't see this, they'll see the video afterwards because it will be posted. But if I find out that they didn't know I went live, then I will no longer create the event the way that Facebook is encouraging me to. Straightening out my piece of paper here and stamping for you. Okay, one more. How sweet is that? It's really sweet. It's designed really well. And since I've got one of these left over, I may be able to use it in one of those alternatives that I'm going to be showing you. Okay, those are stamped and ready to go. I'll set this aside because it's not needed now. Washing off my stamp. Putting it back. All right, next. It looks like the Blushing Bride card is ready to be assembled. So I think I am going to go ahead and do that just to get some pieces out of the way, and then we'll stamp the pieces for the other card. All right. So this is the inside back, this is the inside front, and this is the front of the card. All right? So they show us, they actually give us instructions on how to attach the pieces to the card. So we're going to use dimensionals on the back side of this. See the difference? These are small dots. This is adhesive. These are dimensionals. Okay? Here we go. Let's see, I'm double checking something here. It looks like we're using dimensionals on the back of the arrow and the back of the square as well. Okay, here we go. So like I said before, I'm not using the dimensionals that they gave me because I already have a bunch of others that are open. So I'm just going to throw these on here. Pull off the backs. I'm just going to make a nice little pile of backs over here to the side. And this is going to be centered right in the center. Man, this looks really designer, doesn't it? That is a nice looking card. And we're going to come to the inside. And they have us using a dimensional behind the point of the arrow, a dimensional back in the feathers of the arrow, and then We have a dimensional at the top and the bottom. Of this tab. So we're going to place the arrow just like such. Am I pointing it the right way? I am. And we're going to center this right over the top. Make sure I'm squared up well. Top and bottom. And then they have us using adhesive to apply this on the inside back. And that, if you were to use dimensionals on this, you wouldn't be able to write on this. And this is where your I love you message is going to go, or I like you, or you're my friend message. Okay, so I'm going to use, instead of using adhesive dots, I'm going to use my green glue that everybody hears me talk about, that I like to use because I can move it around before it dries. I feel like it just gives me some flexibility. And there we go. So here's our card. And how cute is that? And here it is with the matching envelope. That's super, super cute. And how easy was that, right? All right, so now I'm gonna throw that other three together. So the friend had dimensionals, the arrow has dimensionals. Dimensionals are the bomb, by the way, in case you didn't know. They give your project a lift. And when you get, even though it's not even 1/8 of an inch, it's more like a 1/16 of an inch tall, it just gives enough of a bit of a dimension that it kind of brings your card to life. All right. Here's that. I like these arrows. I think they are a sweet Valentine-y type touch. Oops, I might have got that one a little bit crooked. Let's straighten that out a little bit. I think that's more straight. What do you think? Do you like this? Do you like the idea of a kit and the instructions? I will show you the alternative after this. 2 alternatives. 1 if I'm taking too long. But my plan was for 2. And there we go. Yeah, I was not a happy camper earlier when the internet went out. It wasn't just the internet, it was our cable too. It was everything having to do with trying to look. I'm looking for my other card. There it is. Yeah, that was not a fun way to plan for an event. An online event. So really, because there's 5 of each of these elements and I'm only using 4, that means in my alternative projects, if I want to use them, they will be available for me. Oops. Okay, it's gonna bug me if I don't add one more here because I misplaced one. There we go. So I knew that the top of that heart wasn't actually going to be supported. There we go. Oh, one of these. Top and bottom. Now I have to say I'm not normally a kits person, but when I saw this one, I knew I had to have it. I don't know if it was the gold foil, what it was, but something was like, eeks, that's cute, that's cute. Have I convinced you yet how easy it is to put these kits together? So I got that box of my new January through June mini catalog stuff, and I've been trying to figure out what my classes are going to be now. I need to get those published right away. I'm pretty late getting those published, but I really felt like I needed the projects in front of me, or the stamp sets in front of me, in order to get a feel for what I really wanted to do. So now I need to hightail it and figure it out. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to stick with online classes for now, just because the COVID numbers are too high. I've had a medical situation going on, and in order for me to get the continuing care that I need, I have to be COVID free. So I was injured in July, manifested in August, and tomorrow I finally get to start physical therapy. So you can see why I can't take a chance of getting sick. So my classes are going to have to be remote for now until I am in a slightly better spot. But my customers have been very understanding of that, and I appreciate them so much. They have supported me through a lot. I need a drink of water, getting a dry throat. So we've had beautiful blue skies here for the last couple of days. Cold, so cold, but beautiful. I'm in Vancouver, Washington. Pacific Northwest, born and raised. Let's see, clean up a few of these. My sweater is hitting them and they're starting to fly into the carpet. There we go. All right. Well, let's see. I really hope. Let's see. Here we go. There's that. Going to adhere this, and then I'll move on to the next design. So we've got the first design ready. Pretty quick, right? So our little message insert. All right. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, next card. They show us stamping for you, stamping an arrow, and stamping, oh, and then stamping love you more on each side of the arrow. So that's what I'm going to do. So we're stamping on these Blushing Bride hearts, excuse me, Blushing Bride hearts. I'm looking at where, oh, okay, I see. Okay, so this one is For You. Wonder if other people had their internet go down too. For You. How sweet. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. So, my friends, if more of you were online, I would ask you what you were going to do, what kind of Valentines you were making. But I'm not getting that kind of conversation tonight, so let's see. What can I impart on you? I've already told you about the January through June mini catalog. I've already told you about the All Together promotion that starts on February 1st. Let's see, I'm showing you a kit. I guess I haven't told you or reminded you that there is a joining special for Celebration. There is a promotion that if you purchase the starting kit, which comprises of whatever you want it to be, it's totally customizable. It's $99 for $125 worth of product. Okay, I'm going to concentrate for a second. All right. And the special for Celebration is 2 additional stamp sets. They don't have to be out of the new mini catalog. They can be out of, if they're available in my online store, then they are available for you to purchase. So that could be up to approximately an additional $50 in savings. When you buy the starter kit, like I said, it's $125 worth of product for $99. You get that first shipment for free. You get one free paper pumpkin, so a kit. You get, I'm forgetting something. What do you get? Well, you get to join my team, the Paper Blessings, and which is obviously very exciting for me because I am building my crafting community. And I can tell you that when you join Paper Blessings, or when you join Stampin' Up and therefore join Paper Blessings, that I will be having monthly team meetings. I have a team page on Facebook. I'm in my early stages of being a team leader, but I have voluntarily gone through lots and lots of training because I want whoever joins under me to have the absolute best experience. I want you to have as much fun as I do, and I have a blast at doing this. Oh, let's see, what else can I tell you about the joining special? So I told you $99 or $125 worth of product for $99 plus the 2 free stamp sets, the free shipping, the free paper pumpkin. I mean, it's a huge savings, people. Oops, I could tell that I didn't have ink on one of the tips of the arrow. There we go. That's one of the nice things about using the acrylic blocks and using photopolymer, is you can actually see. Let's see, is that 4? That's 4. I don't need any more than that. So I can clean this off, grab my next stamp. And the next stamp says, Love You. And then there's another one that says More. You know, I could, if I'm smart, and I am, I can actually line those up, and I'll show you how to do that. So here's the word more. You can position that where you want it. It's sticking to my finger. And then, sorry, I can't read this. There it is. Love you, right there. So these might be too sticky for me to do this, but technically I should be able to position these exactly where I want them. Oh, maybe if I use my scissors, and then I can pick them up with the block and they'll already be spaced where I want. I think that looks good. Here's the end of the E. I think that one looks good. And then I can stamp both at the same time and not have to do them separately. And just want to make sure I'm straight. I think I can come just a little bit more that way. I think I'm pretty straight. Oops, and of course I moved it. Okay, so the distance there actually looks a little bit crooked. You know what I'm going to do is I'll pick this up with my block and I'm going to stamp it. Remember this piece of paper that I had earlier that I was testing on? I'll stamp on there first and see if it looks straight or crooked. It actually looks a little crooked. I'm glad I did that. Not much though. Very, very faint. But it's just the and I'm going to try that one more time and see if I just fixed it or not. It was just a hair off. That looks better. All right, we're good to go. And now we can stamp them both at the same time. Ta-da! Love you more. That's cute. Okay, friends, I'm gonna do a time check here, and if I'm running too late, then I will post the alternatives, and I'm running too late, so I'm going to finish these 4 cards, and tomorrow I will post the alternatives and the instructions for them. Trying to be cognizant. Earlier this week in my Facebook Live, I normally run about 1 hour to 1 hour and 15 minutes, and I went 2 hours and 6 minutes. So I'm not going to do that to you again tonight, or to my husband that would like to see me. All right, gonna clean this off. Set those to one side. Put my stamps back on my stamp sheet. All right, set that aside. And you know, I just realized that on these cards, I forgot to add the embellishments. So when I add the embellishments to these, I will do those at the same time. Okay, instructions. So they are saying the for you is being adhered to the vellum. So these are going to be adhered to these. That's step 1. And then these are going to be adhered to these. All right. I think I understand my marching orders here. Oh, I better close up that ink. Oops. There we go. Got it tight. All right, so they're saying use the glue dots for adhering these to these and these to these, and then using dimensionals on the backs of both. So, let's see, set these out of the way. Got a little ahead of myself. And again, instead of using the glue dots, I'm using my green glue. That vellum is a nice touch, isn't it? It's got a nice filmy kind of romantic look to it. Now, vellum is kind of a plasticized paper, and the glue sits on it and doesn't dry quite as quickly as it does on regular paper. So that's why I'm holding it for a minute longer. And it should be good now. Set that to one side. And I'm probably using more adhesive than I need, but it's flowing freely tonight. There we go. Nice and centered, just holding that in place. Now, if you've watched me for any amount of time, you know that I like to stamp on a piercing mat. It's very firm. It's not too soft. It gives a nice printed image. It allows for a nice printed image. So that's what this layer of foam is that you see. This is the Stampin' piercing mat. I don't even know what its original purpose is. It's called a piercing mat, so that implies something being pierced. I discovered that I liked stamping on a mat when I first started learning to use my Stamparatus. And there's a foam mat for some of the types of stamps. What is it? For the photopolymer stamps. When you use the Stamparatus, they have a foam mat that raises it up just slightly. And I liked the images, my stamped images, a lot more when I used that mat. So for a while, I pulled that mat out of my Stamparatus, and that's what I used for stamping. And then I discovered this mat, and I'm perfectly happy with it as well. Okay, almost done adhering to the vellum. This is probably our longest step right here. Just takes a second longer for the glue to dry. All right, next, going to adhere these. This is Flirty Flamingo, this pink. I won't do those those alternatives. Like I said, I'll show them, I'll present them tomorrow online. But I will show you what I had cut out to use so that you'll know what you're looking for tomorrow. They're all cut out and ready. But I'm tired. Are you tired? It's after 8 o'clock. I'm tired. Just 2 more of these, and then we will attach these to the card bases. Aren't these kits slick? I mean, look, everything's included in them. Oops, that one was almost crooked. See, that's why I like to use my green glue, is it gives me a minute to get it fixed. There we go. Whew, get that puppy fixed. And the other one, the other card design, on the inside back page is where you would write your message, but on this card, it's on the middle page. All right, cute, ta-da. So these are now ready to be attached to these cards. So these open like this, and this is where you would write your message. So we are putting these on. I might have used way too much glue on that one. It's kind of distorting it a little bit. I might have to hide that with some embellishments. There's ways to fix everything, my friends. So I'm going to throw some. I have small dimensionals too, but these are already started and open, so I'm just going to use these. Yeah, they actually show some of the sequins going on this front right here. And then this goes on the inside here. So, just like such. Ta-da! And like I said, I'll do all the embellishments at the very end. So I guess our weather is supposed to start turning tomorrow a little bit. Yesterday we had, was it yesterday? I think it was. Yesterday we had freezing fog, and it actually accumulated frost. We got up to about 3/8 of an inch here. I got pictures of it. Covered the trees, covered the grass. It looked like it had snowed. I could watch it coming down. It was really interesting. My poor husband was out working in it. He is a groundskeeper at a large facility, the Latter-day Saints Temple in Portland, Oregon, and he was out working in that. It was cold, cold, cold. Cold, cold, cold. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. How do you like to apply your embellishments? Do you have a tool that you like to use? I'm going to be using the Take My Pick tool. It has a clay tip on one end that allows me to slide the adhesive backed gems off of the plastic sheet. All right, one more to assemble. So tonight you've seen a lot. You saw my unboxing. You saw the All Together collection. You've seen a kit. You've heard about the joining promotion. I feel like I told you more than that, but all right. Last piece. And then I'm going to sit down a little closer to the cards while I attach the embellishments. So I will speak up just a little bit. So the instructions here show some sequins on the front, and here they show some sequins around the arrow and the little badge that's on the inside. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set these aside, close that. Here's our sequins. So here's the clay tip that I was talking about. You just turn this and a little bit more clay comes out. It's a little bit sticky, and you just attach it to whatever you're trying to slide off of this sheet. Slides right off, it sticks to the clay, and then you put it where you want to put it. So I think I'm going to put a couple of these down here, one up here, just like that. Set that to one side. So this is pretty quick. Okay, here we go. Right? How fast is that? Some people slide these off. They hold their plastic sheet right here and they slide them off, and I have not been able to do that successfully at all. So, and my nails are never the same length for any period of time because I'm very hands-on. I get my hands into everything. I don't even wear my hands when I mess around in potted plants or for the most part, my nails are a decent length. They're not right now because of a move that my husband and I did with our storage unit, and it really beat my hands up pretty bad. All right, there's the first set of 4 cards, and I'm working on the second set of 4 cards. So on here, they show the sequins going on the inside. So again, with my clay tip, I'm going to put one here. I'm just following the instruction sheet on their placement. I'm not futzing around with making my own placement. And there's actually going to be enough sequins. I can go back and put some more on wherever I want. Oops. So there's adhesive on the back of these sequins. Which makes it easy peasy. Last card. Okay, now there's actually enough sequins here that I can apply more anywhere that I want. So for instance, I'll just do one on each card, or one example on each card. So I'm going to put one in the center. Here, here. Not quite lined up, of course, because I was trying to go fast. I might have just hit the end of my clay. Nope, there's a little bit more. There are replacement tips with more clay in them. So there we go. So I've just added 3 under the word friend there and added that bling. So that's nice. And then on this card here, it would be sweet to just add maybe a couple up here. And then maybe another couple down here. And of course better if I had them straight, but so that's just some extra that you can do. All right, so there are the Valentine kits. I did 4 instead of 5 of each so that I could show you some alternatives. So just to show you, these fit in these envelopes very nicely. Let's see, probably this way. There we go. And like such. All right, so setting that to one side. No, I am not going to, repeating myself, not going to do the alternative tonight because we've gone over in our time, but I will do these tomorrow and we'll post them. So for the Blushing Bride colored card, I won't tell you what all I was going to do, or what all I am going to do, but I had cut a piece of Blushing Bride cardstock. I used Very Vanilla and our layering scalloped rectangles for the front. And then you'll have to wait until tomorrow to see what I was going to do with that. And then for the Very Vanilla, I cut a piece of Very Vanilla for the card base. I cut a piece of gold foil. I cut a piece of Just Jade, and I am going to center the Just Jade on the gold foil. You'll see that I used the stitched greenery die to emboss this. I'm going to use some portions of this card to create the front of this card, and then I will show you on here. I've got this Just Jade with some gold sparkle in it. That will be a part of the front of that card. And I had not decided yet which ribbon I was going to use over here. I do have this Flirty Flamingo that might be nice, but I also have these other golds. Actually, I think I just fell in love with that one right there. So, my friends, I will be posting these as well as the kits that we finished tonight tomorrow on my Facebook page. And thank you for sticking it out with me. Thank you for watching. I hope this brought some interest to you to check out our kit selection. My love to you all. Please stay safe and be well, and big, big hugs from Tia. Bye-bye.